Bryan and Bobby. Ooh, Bryan and Bobby.
Well, g'day guys, you've joined us just in time for breakfast. Now I've got the spoon, and I've got the bowl, and the milk. All I need now is the cereal. Bobby, what are you doing?
You told me that cereals had numbers. And look at this. Not one of these cereal flakes has a single number on it anywhere.
Bob, cereal numbers aren't on actual cereal. Why don't we head down to the shops after we've cleaned this up, and I'll show you, eh?
Oh, okay, I know, but let's both be hoovers. And I'll start at this end and race you to the middle. Let's go. Oh.
Bryan and Bobby.
Oh, excuse me, we've come to the wrong shop. Honestly, Constable Bryan, there's no cereal here. This store sells electrical goods. I don't think we'll find any breakfast food or their numbers here.
Is that what you think, Bob? Here, let me show you. Bingo, there it is. A cereal number.
Well, that's certainly a bunch of numbers, but there's no whole grains in that appliance.
No, Bob, I still don't think you've quite got this. It's cereal number. Let me spell it for you. S-E-R-I-A-L. Not cereal as in breakfast food, which would be C-E-R-E-A-L. Get it?
Oh.
But best of all, Bobby, is that there's serial numbers on just about everything here.
What about that?
Sure is, Bob. There it is, right there.
Wolf food?
Yep. Just here, Bob, look.
What about this then?
Bob, is this going to take very long? Because I'm on duty, mate.
Hello? What about this?
Bob, that's a box of cereal that you've just drawn a number on.
That's right, Constable Bryan. A serial number? I was just testing to see if you noticed. Well done. You passed the test.
You see, Bob, that's the beauty about serial numbers. They're all different.
What? Every TV, stereo, DVD player, you mean everything's got a different number on it? But there's heaps of numbers.
It sure is, Bob. But that's how different people who buy the same things can tell their stuff apart from other people's. I mean, imagine what would happen if they couldn't tell their property from somebody else's. It could get very confusing if people didn't know what belonged to them.
They'd have to share, wouldn't they, Constable Bryan?
Well, that's a great idea, but it's not always going to work, Bobby. See? You see, Bobby, most of the valuable things we have at home have a serial number on them.
You mean like my bone, or colossal squid, or your autographed picture of Jared Turner?
Well, while those things are valuable to you and me, Bobby, I actually mean other valuable things like electronic goods or appliances.
Or like a TV, or DVD player, or computer.
Now you've got it, Bob. And most of those things have a serial number either on the back or the bottom of them, like this. See?
The only problem I see is the number itself, Constable Bryan.
Well, what do you mean, Bob?
It's huge. How am I going to remember that? Well, why can't they have a nice number, like the number 4? I can remember the number 4 easy peasy. 4 paws, 4 bickies, 4 breakfasts.
Well, Bob, you don't have to. That's just a thing. I'll tell you what. Come with me and I'll show you a real easy way to remember serial numbers. Come on.
Bryan and Bobby.
Actually, Constable Bryan, why do we need to remember serial numbers?
Well, Bobby, if you lost your things, or even worse, if somebody stole your things, at least you'd have a record of the serial numbers, wouldn't you?
Can you imagine what a boring record that would be? Well, that's along for the blender. 246578-29 for the stereo. 395737 for the iPod. Now go get gold, but don't you forget my serial number blue.
No, Bobby, in this case, a record is the list of your property's serial numbers, and it's really important that you have it. That way, if the police find your things, then that list proves that that property's yours.
Oh yeah, well, that is a good idea.
Sure is, Bob. And that's why if you buy anything that has a serial number on it, you need to write these things down. So you need to take note of the make, the brand, the model, the serial number, where you got it from, how much it's worth, and where you bought it.
And then we give that to the police, eh, Constable Bryan?
No, Bobby, the police only need that information if your property is lost or stolen. You need to keep that information somewhere nice and safe, mate.
It'd be much easier if there was a website you could just put all that information on.
Well, actually, Bob, there is a website that you can do that on. Here, have a look.
Oh?
So the web address is www.snap.org.nz. Bob, I've taken all the information that we've just recorded and placed it into the Snap website using my special ID and password that only we can access.
Well, that's clever.
Well, the idea is that everybody takes note of the serial numbers in their house with their valuable things and then loads that information into this website here.
Can I help find some numbers?
You sure can, Bob. But just remember that this is a job for kids and adults to do together. I mean, a lot of those stereos and TVs can be fairly heavy, so it could be dangerous.
Well, maybe then you can do all the heavy lifting and I could look at the back or underneath them for the number.
Sure thing, Bob.
Oh, question, Honourable Bryan. Once you've got all your serial numbers in there, what do you do with them? Play a game and get some points? Write an email? What?
No, Bob, the reason we record our serial numbers is so that if our property ever gets lost or stolen, then what I do is I visit the Snap website, print off the list, and then give it to the police officer who's investigating our case.
How does that help?
Well, let's go and visit somebody who can explain it, eh? Come on.
Sweet deal. Hi, Mike.
Hi Bobby, hi Constable Bryan.
G'day, Mike.
I hear you guys have been looking closely at serial numbers.
Oh, yeah, sure have. But how will having the serial numbers on the Snap website help us?
Well, when the property is found or handed in, we enter the serial number into our database. That way, if the property is missing, we can match the number.
And then you get your property back, Bob.
And I don't have to remember all the really long numbers.
That's right. Hey guys, before you go, would you like one of these? We've had them specially made for you and all the people who watch Bryan and Bobby.
Oh, well, that's us.
Hey, Bob, what I could do is I can put this on the Bryan and Bobby website, and that way you guys at home can download it and then start recording your serial numbers from home.
And then they can visit www.snap.org.nz and enter their own serial numbers. I'm so glad I thought of it. Oh, it's a bit of a worry with people stealing our stuff, Constable Bryan.
Well, Bobby, lots of burglaries can be prevented with just a little bit of effort. Like making sure you always shut the doors and windows when you go out and double check them to make sure that they're locked. If you're going away on holiday, have a chat to somebody you trust and get them to clear your mail and look after your house while you're gone. Make sure that you have your property's serial numbers recorded. Install a house alarm. Trim any trees or bushes around your house that might hide suspicious activity. Join a neighbourhood support group in your neighbourhood and get to know your neighbours. And as always, if you see anybody or anything suspicious in your neighbourhood, then make sure you call the police immediately. And those things are really simple, Bobby, but also really important too.
And they're really easy to remember as well.
Hey guys, glad you're still here. Look what I found.
My camera! Oh, I didn't even know I'd lost it. Oh, did you use a Snap website to find it?
Not this time, Bobby. I found them in the kitchen, next to these.
Yeah, I left them in the kitchen at breakfast time.
And let's be honest, Bob, there's not too many police officers who eat dog biscuits for breakfast, is there?
Oh, yeah. Now that's good police work.
Serial numbers are on just about everything we buy. They're normally on the back or the bottom of things.
Visit bryanandbobby.co.nz for your Snap checklist. And make sure to record your serial number at your place.
And then go to www.snap.org.nz and record your information there.
Come on, Constable Bryan. I have a job to do. I need to start a list of all the numbers of my valuable items.
But I've already done that, Bob. Here, look on the Snap website. All of our serial numbers recorded.
Yep, you might have our DVD and our stereo and that sort of thing on there, but do you have my bickies? I started with my doggy bag here. I'm up to number 5, but I have problems getting to number 6. The bickies keep jumping in my mouth, so I have to start again.
Nice one, Bob. Hey, guys, think smart.
Stay safe.
Hey, keep your cool. Ka kite.
Hey, Constable Bryan, I know one thing you won't have the serial number for.
What's that, Bob?
Hair straighteners! Heated rollers! Hair dryer!
Hey, Bob, speaking of hair products, Bob, it must be time for your flea bath, mustn't it?
I need to take a joke too far.
Most of the valuable things that we have at home have serial numbers on them, like this aeroplane above us now. You see, Bobby, most of the... There's a... Cool, hi.
Sorry, my leg.
For more info about this program and for fun things to do, visit www.bryanandbobby.co.nz. Just make sure it's Bryan with a Y.
Bryan and Bobby, brought to you in association with Blue Light Ventures and Trillium Trust, with the help of New Zealand On Air.